Because the game's like 20 seconds of lag on pressing start, right?
Something like that. I mean, when I saw starting the timer at the control of Jim, what?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, realized.
Well, because of like if you do create world randomly, it's different, right? So like it's kind of like how do you resolve those two? And the answer is the same thing.
Oh boy! All right, it is I, jeanvik, and with presenting you with virtual Hydlide. My bad, sorry. And I have truly the joy and the honor to be to have as a co-commentator a seasoned runner of virtual Hydlide, Mekalink.
Yep. Welcome everybody. This is Virtual Hydlide. It is the best golf game you've ever seen. And I am looking forward to seeing what jeanvik has for us.
So yeah, as you can see, I will be using my own retail version of the game with the busted European box. Anyway, without further ado, let's have this party started. And
yeah, European version. Definitely not familiar, so I'm excited to see that too.
And here we go. So I start the timer upon gaining control of Jimbo.
Generally we retime, so the first frame we see movement, right? Like is our where the timer officially starts. For SRC purposes.
Let's see.
But yeah, it takes about 20 seconds to get there.
And here we go, squalala, off we go. So now I will go at a seemingly random location, but nope, I'll call them the Casmoke Plains. Why? Because we'll be getting a sword, a shield, and some grass. So instead of strafe running, because I tend to have a really bad orientation, I'll be snaking. It's less fast, but still more faster than going in a... What I'm doing near the... Oh my...
You went towards the mansion, yeah.
Yep, I went towards the vampire mansion. Off to a good start!
Yeah, no, the other thing about snaking that's nice is it helps you be aware of, right, like a wider swath of the map. Because sometimes the directional is a little imprecise, right? Like you're not, because you have 8 degrees in each arc. So like sometimes you can be on degree 4 or degree 5, and after 10 or 20 tiles, you're off, right? So the snaking helps keep you on track, right? Like make sure you're like, oh yeah, I recognize this landmark. I recognize this landmark, right?
Should be nearby. All right, know the rocks. Perfect.
Perfect.
So I'll be taking this elevator, and let's see what we get first. The sword, maybe? Let's see.
The shield.
The shield? Yep, the shield.
Yep, this is the shield elevator. There are 2 elevators on the world map. In any percent, we get the sword and we leave the shield behind, but in this case, we're doing the shield.
Yep.
Which...
In fact, the shield will come in help a bit later.
Right, there are also 6 herb patches on the overworld. 2 of them are poison, 2 of them are antidote, and 2 of them are healing.
Right, should be good. Now I'm taking the second elevator to get the sword.
Yeah, the sword elevator is right nearby the shield elevator.
In fact, the two elevators are one next. Come on, Jim, please.
Jim, come on.
The run button with the action button. Wonderful. Yep, I love it.
Oh yeah, now the run button being the action button means that you can be like, I want to open this. Okay, it didn't work. I'm going to push backwards. And because of this low frame rate, it's like, oh, you were holding down the X button at the same frame you pressed down, even though you let go of it already. Therefore, you're running.
Yes. So now we'll go to the second to last, if I recall correctly, ferry, to grab it in the fairy forest. So a square of something like 20-ish trees.
Yeah, 4x4, so 16 trees.
16.
Yep. And if you're playing any difficulty other than easy, you don't have, it doesn't make the noise for the little hot and cold game. So if you're playing casually, it can be tough to find until after you've beaten the castle. But in our case, we're speedrunners, so we know where it is already.
I'm a bit of the same. So if I recall correctly, easy mode gives you the fairy crest, and that's the fairy crest allowing you to hear the fairy in the forest.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, different.
Nope. Ooh.
Nope. No, thank you. Here we go.
Ah, come on! Ah, this is bad. No, wrong one too. Problem is,
no, this is the right technique, right? Like if you hit the bees, the right technique is to kind of run at things so that the bees don't get you, rather than to try and like walk from tree to tree.
Dang it, I have it. Yep. All right.
There we go.
No, I'm running. running.
The reason you want to get the ferry early, just aside from it making a little faster to get into the final castle, due to routing, is that it gives you a level, and that's an extra 10 defense, 10 attack, and 100 hit points, and all of those are very useful. And in all dungeons, of course, we have to get it anyway. You have to get it in every percent, right?
Yes.
But in all dungeons, there's more game.
No, I'm running through the cemetery to the cemetery.
Yep. Yeah, the cemetery is where the first place that the compass guides you, so you can see us following the blue line here.
Yep. What I really love with this game is the music. The music is so good. Why the loops are so short? That's a pain. That's so painful. A shame. That's a shame.
It's
all right.
It is a shame. It's funny because the original Hydlide music was also a very short loop.
Yep.
But they didn't reuse it. It's not like, oh, let's do a reprise of the original Hydlide.
No. No, we have the first difference. Big difference with the old dungeon. In J-Bomb%, I will go to this tombstone here and get the amethyst.
All right, the amethyst. This is one of 3 gems that will help you with the final boss.
Yep, that's Jimbo%. In Jimbo%, we'll get the 3 gems.
Okay.
And I get the crucifix.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the 3 gems do a couple of things that really help on the final boss. There is one drawback, which is that you can't access the item menu while the gems are spinning.
Yep.
So like, if he hits you hard, you're like, I want to heal. You can't.
Yep, that's what arrived during a training run. In fact, he used the small ball, magic salvo, and he melted Jim while the gems were spinning, and so Jim got utterly destroyed.
Yep. The good thing is that if you let the gems finish their work, if you die, you don't have to just sit through the scene again. The effect is already in place.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, no, if the gems finish their work, right, like then you don't ever have to see the gem sequence again, and the effect is fixed, right? Like, but ideally you don't die at all. But if you do, that casually, like, it will be better the next time. You won't have that sort of weird item delay.
All right, so in Jimbo%, the shop is mandatory.
Okay, well, we've done 2 things, so we have just enough money to buy anything.
I'll get a scroll of detect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's all I need.
Okay, that makes sense. We get the scroll. I'm guessing. Do you want me to spoil my guess?
Please do.
I have a good guess as to why you might need one of those. And it's so in either the volcano or the map or the castle map, you're going to use that to try and find the proper locations. And I would guess the castle map because of mimics.
Power core. I've been using it in power core.
Power core. Yep. No, that makes sense. We can explain why when we get there. But that was where I was thinking. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a few differences I saw. Sometimes in power core, the chest position is shuffled.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah, I can actually explain that. When we get there. Yeah, because you're doing all dungeons on easy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can explain that. It's something we figured out with various all dungeons runs.
It's
right,
timer
like,
based
so yeah,
or something like that, no? So no, I keep the sword. I drop the dagger for the sake of it.
Yep.
I keep the shield. I'll equip the crucifix.
It is a fairy shield. Oh wow! I since I never get it, I always forget. But it is in fact the fairy shield there.
Yeah, and it will come in. It will become in handy. So no, I need to recall 14716. 14716.
14716.
Yeah, that's the position of the
orbs. Yeah.
Of the orbs. Ah, come on.
Come on. Same problem here. You press X to try and hit the orb, and then it moves slightly, and then you move slightly, and it runs, and yeah, you'll see everybody do it. Like it's a problem we all have. Like, you're just gonna hit orb, pick up the chest.
Oof.
Yeah.
1 4 then 7. The passage is here. 7. So yeah, by the way, I will try to hold a little count. The number of troll zombies that spawn in front of Jim's feet.
Okay.
In fact, that's something I learned the hard way. Upon spawning, the hitbox is already here. So the animation makes them pull out of the ground, but the hitbox is here and they are effectively blocking Jim. No. If I... It should be this one. And I hear squeak. I don't like it. No. Nope.
I see the bats.
Yep.
There you go. Get out of there.
Ah yeah. Especially with the sleeping chance. Ah, this is no.
No, that's not it.
And I have the bat and the zombie. Jim, please. Come on. This is so bad. I got it.
Got it.
Not to scram out of it.
The bats have a small chance here of paralyze.
Yeah.
And paralyze is terrible. It is a miserable status effect.
Ah yes, that's horrible. And when it comes to RNG, I have sheer bad luck. So you can be sure the paralysis will occur. So now, repeat after me.
All right, good deal. We have a crucifix and a thunder.
Please select the second player. And now I will melt the vampire. I will hit the button in a very precise rhythm, and so the vampire will not be able to teleport, and I will melt his spawn. Oh, the critical!
Ooh, crit at the end.
Oh,
nice.
The crit! Yummy.
Yep. The Thunder Sword is the second most powerful weapon in the game, to the Sword of Light, and so getting it early is absolutely a way to tear through any enemy you want to kill, which is basically bosses. So yeah, no, that's nice quick kill there.
That's what I must admit, the critical was wow.
Yeah, the critical was nice. I was like, okay, 2 more hits, and then it's like thunk. Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No.
One thing that's nice about this game is that the criticals feel meaty, right?
Yeah.
Like they feel like you hit hard, with the noise and everything. It's real nice.
Yes.
Good visceral feel.
The critical. Nope. Back off, stupid bats! Back off!
Back off, bats!
Not the bats! Not the bats!
Not the bats, no. No.
Alright, now to the trial dungeon.
Yes. The trial dungeon is the other... we skip this dungeon and the trial dungeon in any percent generally. Whether you skip the graveyard or not is a question of safety, because it's so easy. But you definitely skip these two because they take actual time to complete in any percent. This is all dungeons, of course, so we have to do it. And it's not a hard dungeon, where, like, because you beat the vampire first and it gives you the lamp that lets you see.
Yep. We'll not be using the lamp because it makes us lose time.
Speedrunners.
Yep, speedrunning. Yeah. I mean, Jimbo percent is already a goof. We won't lose more time than necessary about utilizing like the lens of truth, the lamp too.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
There it is.
And I... yes,
ooh,
I have a clipping.
That polygon had some serious disappearing issues.
Yeah. Oh boy. So trial dungeon, nothing more to say. I'll zoom through it, hoping I won't get lost too much.
Yep. It's a fairly linear-ish dungeon with some kind of turnoffs. The general pattern for it is that you generally have to go up left, up right, down right, up right, center. Right, like it's generally the path. Just kind of take you in an S curve.
Oh come on! I went back on track. This is so bad. I got lost somewhere, went back on my track.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I.
Yep. Yeah, and you can see like a lot of the things that are off are spurs meant to get you in the dark. Right, like it's just like, oh, you went too far, right? Like, and now you're in a dead end because you were supposed to turn earlier. Right, like a lot of the false paths are meant to get you when you're in the dark because the whole point is to force you to do
the tool. And now, so I know there is a teleporter hidden somewhere in this room, but
there is.
I saw someone use one. I don't know where he went exactly, but he ended up outside.
I'll have to look at that because that would save walking out time in all dungeons for sure.
Yes, but that's Jimbo %. No skipping, no death warp, no warp.
Okay, no death warps, no dying.
Yep.
No skipping, just good, honest future forcing. All right. So it's a 1cc.
Yeah, it's a 1cc.
Love that.
So yeah, no fairy tier warp.
No fairy tier either. No.
Nope, nothing.
Ooh, that means you get to walk out of the mines.
Yes.
That sounds like
getting destroyed by a will-o-wisp.
Yeah, that will-o-wisp really got it for you.
So yeah, I still use a safety sip in the mine in case of problem.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we'll enjoy all the jankiness the game have to offer.
That is the most amount of fair time you can give the game is no death warps, no warps out. Just walk it out. Just
Yes.
walk everything out.
Yes. So it means I'll do the same for Dragon Cave, volcanic caves.
Yeah, no, doing it for the sealed the sealed dungeon, the mines, the caves. Yeah, doing it for the volcanoes not great either.
Nope. That's a slog. It's even worse.
Because you have to get the red gem. Yeah.
I have to backtrack to wander out a bit for the red gem, indeed. But yeah, Volcano Cave is worse because you have so much obstacle. You are taking damage from everything. That's even the ground, even the walls are damaging you. That's
the volcano is a very dangerous area, and it is very possible to reach the boss, right? Like with very low health. I know how much health it takes to kill the boss when you take off the amulet, because I need to know whether I've made it with enough HP to do it. Because it's the area is very dangerous and the enemies hit reasonably hard.
Yep.
And because the corridors are so narrow, you can't avoid the enemies nearly as much as you'd like. But we're in the ruins now.
We're in the ruins. And when I was talking about shuffling, here, the Stone of Fighter and the Tranquilizer are in another place.
Right. Already? Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
In fact, they are in the middle of the dungeon. So I'll have to...
Right, so... We know that one reason this happens is because there's 100 item limit in this game.
So if I recall correctly, they are supposed to be here, near the sword.
Mm-hmm. There's...
Here.
Yeah, there's one thing on the ground.
It's a fairy tier.
Yeah, okay, you don't care about that one. Yep.
No. Right. Oh, what?
Oh, this is the great sword.
What? Oh, okay. I found the entrance. I wasn't even looking for it. I need...
Right, you went left there instead of... Yeah.
Yep. And so I need to be careful. The tranquilizer is here.
Mm-hmm.
Grab it, please. Thank you. And
yep. That's the safety trank.
The Stone of Fighter is here.
The Stone of Fighter,
so
yep.
They are here.
Okay, no, that's where they are normally.
Oh, that's where they are normally. Okay, all good then.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I'll be on my merry way.
Yeah, why are we going south?
In fact, I'll be getting a safety measure.
Oh, you're getting another thing?
Yep.
Okay.
I hear the whoosh of the trap. So here, there is another chest. You may know what's inside. It's the... probably the second to best or the best armor in the game.
You're way far south for that.
Come on, I'll get through it eventually. Ish. Alright.
Yep.
I must admit, I love the soundtrack of this place, but
yeah.
Knowing your way. So yeah, I'll be grabbing
there
this.
Yep. It is, in fact, the best armor in the game.
Yep.
You get it so stunningly early, all things considered.
Yep.
Yep.
And now we are getting the tool.
So this isn't just all dungeons. It's what I would have referred to as 100%, where you get all of the gear as well.
I'm not getting all of the gear because Jim can't carry it. But yeah, I'm getting the fairy armor because.
All of the top tier gear, like getting the fairy shield was essentially like the differentiator for him when he did his 100% runs. Right, when he did them. So the fact that we get the fairy shield on the overworld, right, like makes this a really easy swipe at what Jai referred to as 100% back when he did those runs for marathons.
Let's see, where am I? Okay. So the entrances. Ah, come on, Jimmy. Got it.
Get in there. There we go.
And I'm getting the tool, perfect. And now I need to scramble my way out of here.
Yep.
And Roper just decided to join the party. Cool. I need to...
Join the party. It always throws out yellow, though. I'm not sure what gender that is for ropers, but I support their decision.
Oh, where am I? Oh,
this is the wrong side of the fence.
Yep, I'm on the wrong side of the wall. I remember during one of my training runs, I had a roper just on the chest, and I couldn't interact with the chest without getting beaten by the roper. And spewing. No, I don't want the magic powder.
Yeah, no, this is we are definitely getting some classic Hydlide experience with the ropers in the maze.
Yep. So I know they're doing a little less of damage compared to the OG one. Yes.
Yeah, and the OG ropers were fairly lethal when you were forced to move through them. Since this is a remake of original Hydlide, right? We can make the direct comparisons.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Sometimes, for some reason, the arrow does not indicate the exact position of Jim, and it can be really confusing.
There we go.
And I got that. Oh, what a mess.
Safe. Notice the wall in the background that doesn't make any sense?
Yes, that's the... Oh.
Like, you're walking out of the maze, and there's a wall in the background, but there's no wall there. Right? Like, we'll be out on the road map, and you'll see there's no wall here.
Beating the game with a knife? Oh, come on! I love Hydlide, but not to this point. Oh boy.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's possible because it might be... No, if you level up all the way, you can probably do at least 10 damage to Perilous.
Yes, but with the heal, yeah.
The eel would suck. You have to melee down the eel.
Oh, yep.
Where that would suck. I mean, we already have to melee down the dragon usually, which is fun. Like, the Thunder Sword's the only way to not do that, basically. or the dark if you're really into that sort of thing.
So no,
But
before entering the Dragon Cave, I will go for a bit of menuing.
Yep, fairly standard. The thing we got from the last dungeon, we need it. I have yet to find a way through the next dungeon that doesn't require it.
Yep. Alright, where is the cave? Here, no.
There we go.
I open the inventory. I'll keep the armor. That's the... What? Oh, did I drop it? I dropped it.
Yeah, you dropped it.
Oh. So, I equip the armor. This is the fairy armor. I drop the armor. I put on the flame amulet.
You can't drop that one.
No. Oh, I don't like it.
There we go.
And now the volcanic caves.
Yeah, and that is such armor.
That's a really nice looking armor.
No leg protection though. We're sticking with the long socks here.
But yeah, the fairy armor here comes really in handy.
Yep, this is where the frame rate in the game typically gets at its worst. You're doing emulator, right? So the frame rate's bearable here.
Well, yeah. Oh, wait.
Yep. And we do get we can clip here in theory.
No clip.
You don't bother? No clip.
No
All right.
clip.
Yep. So you have to go around.
No clip.
No clip. No. So we have to go around the south edge here. Then it's a longer walk, but it's not terrible, except that it's the volcano.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Jimbo %. No clip.
No clip.
No clip.
Playing it all honest.
Alright. I may be a bit off. Where is it? Oh, if I see a chest, not good. So oh, right. Passage is here. Another chest? Oh, come on. Where am I?
That is the right chest, though. Like that's the chest you get after you clip. So yeah, you made it. You made it past the clip when you see that second chest there.
If I understand correctly, in fact, you're clipping through the wall by opening the chest, right?
No. It just so happens that when you clip through the wall, you run into the chest. Oh. It's the volcano, and I've seen it in 2 seeds, can rarely create a situation where you can clip. Because its generation isn't as rectilinear as like all the rest of it, right? Like most of the other dungeons are, straight grids.
Yep.
Right, like the volcano is not a grid, right? Like not strictly a grid, and that's what makes the difference in terms of the ability to clip. Right, everywhere else is just grids. Like it's just grids. Right, we have gone way north here.
Yep. This place is really laggy.
It's very laggy, yes.
No, I need to make sure. No, that's not the good one. It's probably this one.
Let's see some jewelry.
Yep, jewelry. All right.
Jewelry.
Yes.
All right, that is the red diamond. Couldn't think of any other gem that would be red. The red diamond.
I must admit, what happened here? I mean, we have a few item names correctly translated and named, and then we have tool, jewelry, and then tool, and then jewelry.
Yep, I really don't get why, clearly the pickups are class based, but I really don't get why the second one is not a ruby, but rather the red diamond.
All right.
Why? Couldn't figure that one out, huh?
I don't get it. Maybe they want. Oh well. So now I will mashing the button to open the menu, equip the Stone of Fighter, and now time to melt the dragon.
Yep, and this is what we do in any percent as well. You have more stats, so you'll melt it even faster.
Yep.
And jeanvik mentioned the timing before. It's the same deal here. Right? You can't fire until the frame before the thing is gone. Right, like before the backsplash is gone. Right, and taking off the flame amulet here causes you tick damage. Right.
Yep.
Normally, we death warp out and leave the flame amulet off, but that's not Jimbo %.
Yep. And during the fight, there's a critical that completely melted at least 2 heads.
Yeah.
I hope it will go this critical with Varalis. But yeah,
we get a flute from the sky, refills our health.
Yep. But yeah, I'm putting back the amulet because we are backtracking. No death warp.
Yeah, no, you need it. Like I said, like basically the entrance to the dungeon and the entrance to the dragon fight both have orange fire across the bottom. And when you have the amulet like across the ground the whole way across, when you have the amulet on, that does you a little damage. Without the amulet on, it kills you. And right, like the amulet changes the volcano from lose health every second, die when you touch orange things, to don't lose health every second, take damage when you touch orange things, right? Yeah, so like that's why you need it.
All right, I'm stuck behind the crib, some kind of. All right, should be good. Wait, yep, we're good. All right. I must admit the
Why are we going north?
Yep, we're good. The navigation in Volcano Caves is atrocious. I have no other word.
It's the frame rate is very bad here in general on hardware and on emulator, and it just makes for a very difficult situation when you're running, especially like you are going faster than the hallway is rendering for you, so it can be very easy to get lost.
Yeah. Should be good. We are almost out of the cave.
Yep.
Oh,
that's the entrance.
Yep, we are the entrance. Woo, perfect.
Woo. All right, the worst is over, right?
The first part of the worst. Sealed dungeon. Sealed dungeon.
Sealed dungeon.
What a story. All right.
So sealed. This is the part where the routing that I built really shines. The sealed dungeon is right next to the volcano, basically. And so
the Lost Castle is near the sealed dungeon.
Is right near that. Yep. No, the rules for the overworld map are well understood, and it is the case that while every other dungeon has to be at least 5 apart, the tablet for the cave is fixed on the map, so it can be as close as it wants to be. Right, like so, and this is the closest in all possible maps that it could be. Right, like there's no mountain tile closer to a tablet than this map here.
Oh, I know the sealed dungeon. Oh, this one.
Oh, the sealed dungeon. It is the longest dungeon in the game.
Yep.
Unquestioningly so.
So I need
and usually we warp out of it. And that's not going to be the case here. So it is a 5, technically 6, area dungeon. You only have to go through 5 of it, but
yeah. And by the way, all the chests here are mimics. Yay!
Yeah, like the majority of the chests here are mimics. It's our first time possibly interacting with mimics. There's like a couple of trusted chests, but they don't have anything good in them. So just get to the first floor. In general, if you're playing like a random virtual Hydlide seed, just don't open anything on the first floor.
Yeah.
Like there's no way it's going to be worth it. For some reason, there's no mimics on any of the other floors in this dungeon. Nope. Just the first one.
All right. Okay. And I missed it. It's really easy to miss the important. The
turns in the dungeon for the same reason I just said with Volcano. You're running so fast that you get to see a piece of the turn for like a frame, right? Like, and if maybe, right? Like, and if you miss it, well,
yep.
You can see there, like, you could just barely see the wall of the turn, and it's the same color as it would have been, right? Like, you have to really be on the ball when you're running.
So, the sign. The sign near the minecart says maximum weight capacity 5 kilograms. Okay.
Yep. Yeah! So Jim weighs negative 15 kilograms, I guess.
Something like that. In fact,
Jim is lighter than air.
I always done like that. I first shove Jim in the car, and oh well, it goes.
Yep. Now the sign is funny. There's an unimplemented weight limit implication there. The world maps, the higher things that say like dangerous bridge, where like it implies that maybe there was going to be a weight limit there too, but again, they didn't implement such a thing.
No.
But I've definitely seen casual players look at it and be like, okay, like I'm going to take off, drop everything, right? Like almost, right? Like and take the minecart, and you're just kind of like you're holding your head and go like, just try it without this.
Yeah,
you don't have to get rid of all of your stuff.
This is so stupid.
It's so silly. Yep.
Oops, no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Okay.
There we go.
Squalala.
Yep. That little crisscross there.
Yeah, this one is really confusing. And now to recall. Okay.
Yeah, and you can see that you can see that this floor has two. Poison gas has 2 exits.
Ta-da!
It does cure poison. Okay.
Yep. The fairy shield cures poison on the usage. That's why I took it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, there's a sword that cures poison as well, but it's not guaranteed. The only guaranteed sword is the sword that cures curse, and we won't be cursing ourselves on purpose.
No.
That would be silly.
I'll go for
Very good to get that sword if you're playing a random seed, but
dang it. I want to go to
the hole.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go here first? That's fair. That also cures poison.
So yeah, in fact, the fairy shield cures poison without any counterpart. You just use it as long as you want. It will do nothing more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gas again.
Gas.
It is nice to have a
step on the
solve.
gas.
Yeah, no, it's always great to have a solve for that. Makes life much easier.
So, all right, the turn is right here, and now I'm running to the boss. Come on, back off!
Hold armor, please.
So now I go for a safety save because
that's very smart. If you were to die here, you would go all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon and have to run it all again. We're only running this dungeon twice. We're not running it 3 times.
Yes. So now the evil mage will giggle, and fingers crossed he will not clip through the wall. Oh, please don't do that.
Yeah, no, apparently, and this is something I haven't seen. We've seen the mage clip into the wall, Zophar and I. We have never seen him fire from inside the wall. He's pretty far back here. It's not great.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Thankfully, with this, as long as he's in bounds, we can hit him hard.
And yes, that's happened to me. He clipped through the wall and attacked from out of bounds. Yeah, that's why that was. Oof. Oh,
oof, not great.
Ouchie.
Yeah, without the dragon shield, you are pretty dead to a barrage. That said, you have the best ranged attack available at this point in the game. So as long as you're on the ball, the evil mage just melts.
Nice.
Yeah. The fairy shield is the best shield on the numbers. Like it gives you the most defense points, but the dragon shield actually protects you from fire explicitly. And so it has a couple of niche uses where one of them is that the ability to block.
All right.
Fully block the barrage here, which is why it's a common shield to pick up in the speedruns. All right, now backwards, which I don't think I've ever done. So I don't think I've ever run this particular dungeon backwards.
I knew I was screwing up something.
Yeah, just
somewhere.
overshot a little.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, that's Jimbo %. Just Jimbo %. No skip, only backtracking.
No skip. Sure. Maximum Jim.
Come on, no!
You gotta love Maximum Jim. That's right. The hero's name is officially Jim. I don't know if he has an official last name, so we call him Jim Hydlide.
His last name is the Knight. I swear, his full name is Jim the Knight.
Yeah, that's also good. Jim Lansknecht.
I don't know where I read it, but yeah, his full name is Jim the Knight.
That would be great. But yeah, that's Jim the Knight is how he's referred to as in text, right? Like, I mean, that could technically be his last name. Just like, welcome to medieval times, right? Like, you don't really have a last name.
Oh boy.
I mean, we don't see a last name for the princess either.
No.
The princess does no family name or anything. It's just she's a princess. There's no king or queen or anything. Just princess.
Yes. So yeah, we should explain the story a bit. So yeah, Varalis attacked. He turned the princess into 3 fairies, and well, we are on our adventure to save her.
Our adventure in the unpopulated.
Yep.
As it was in the original, unpopulated by anybody else, Fairyland, trying to rescue the princess. Oh yeah, the upper clip. There we go. Oh, I hate when that happens. Yeah, the hit detection for starting the cart is a little off, and it can make it so like you can be squared up and be like, yes, this is gonna work, and you'll just walk right through the cart left to right. And
Oh boy.
Or you can get that case where it clips you up on top of the cart object.
I knew this run would be a spoof, but not to this point. Okay.
Right, back in area 2.
We should
almost
be
out.
Good. Hopefully, we won't get any.
Yeah, as long as you don't run into a mimic.
Mimics and that's a troll zombie, and the poison cloud.
The poison cloud shouldn't be on any floor below 3, so I think we should be clear of the poison cloud. I don't think I've ever seen it on floors 2 or 1.
I completely overshot it again. Oh no!
There we go.
And the golden armor block.
Oh bite! Minor original highlight fact: the pink knights were referred to as lady arms in the original versus the gold arms. And whereas now they're just pink knights and gold knights and black knights. You saw one mimic there.
Yep, there's a few of them. Yeah. Oh, the zombie spawning is.
Oh, there's another one.
Yep. All right, we're out of the woods. Woohoo!
That shield there is a dragon shield.
Oh.
Zophar picks it up. That shield right there on the way out, like Zophar picks that up on the way in. He prefers to have the safety for the last boss in case he goes all Vegeta on you.
Oh yes. I must admit I already passed near it without thinking twice about it.
Yeah, I mean I don't pick it up. We don't need it. Right?
No.
Speedrun.
Speedrun.
But it does provide you a degree of safety against the rapid fireball.
I need the
stove that tears the earth.
Ah, come on! I was on it.
There we go.
Ah, I knew it!
What? You're not dead center.
Yep, I wasn't centered enough, and yeah.
Yeah, the game has some weirdish hit detection on things like that. It's easy to miss the flute as well, and if you're moving, you'll basically never hit anything. Right, which is again a problem when the run button is also the confirm button.
Yes. This is so silly.
It's so silly. I mean, the buttons they have 2 attack buttons, a button combo that's an attack.
All right.
They have left and right buttons for strafing.
Pass the sword.
They have map, menu, defend, and then pause. The pause is a separate button that freezes the gameplay. It's not the menu, it's just pause. Instead of having pause, they could have just had the menu and then have a separate confirm button or the map. Either one could have gone on pause.
All right, and that was Lost Castle.
All right, power core time.
And now power core time. So I will be mashing the button until I can call the menu. Here we go. I'll be using the scroll of detect.
That's right. Scroll of detect is a scroll that until you die for the current dungeon you're in tells you where the treasure boxes are on the map.
Yep. And now I will go for a little game of clue to see where. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, that's the normal position for the sword, right?
I try to remember
the
what
lower
the
right,
sword
the
is.
lower left one.
Lower left, if I recall correctly, and the geology should be near the elevator. I hope. Otherwise, it will be a great time loss.
Yeah. So I was starting to explain this earlier. So there's only 100 item slots in the game, right? Like Dragon Warrior, like Dragon Quest only has 8, right? And so if you go beyond 8, you get an infinite. You can't register the open chest, so it just doesn't. Right, in Dragon Quest. In this game, it takes out a chest, right? It takes a chest in the pool that usually at a placement that has an herb and replaces it with the new chest, right? So it burns RNG differently because it has to do RNG twice, right? It has to pick a chest, and then it has to randomly roll what's in the chest. Right, so but that is why you see sometimes different items, right? Like on Siege, you scouted completely. It's different placements and items, right? Is because we burned the 100 item slots.
Since I'm here, I will try for. I woke
up
the mimic.
That was also a mimic.
Oh. Right. So let's see what we have here. Knife. What?
Dagger!
Check. Dagger!
There's only one knife in the game, and it's the starting dagger. In this percent, it's your starting dagger. In another percent, you start with the club, which is just better. I don't know why. On easy, you get the dagger, and on medium, you get the club.
That's strange.
It's super strange.
Oof, I'm on a stone. Oh, there's a bit of a
good navigation on that stone. So yeah, I don't know where the stone is because I don't know where the jewelry is or the stone. There's usually a jewelry and a stone on this floor.
If I grab the stone, I will use it to empower the...
Yeah, +1. Yep. There it is.
Yep, I will use it to empower
the stone makes your attack better, attack better, but it also lets you upgrade weapons to your equipped weapon to +1, right, which gives it 3 more attack power on all 3 types of attacks.
And I'm going the wrong way. So yeah, that was a really bad chest layout. Maybe the worst one.
I mean, the only way it can get worse is if it puts something in the south quadrant with you. That would suck. But this isn't great. Some really long ones.
Back off, Mr. Bones.
Yeah. And the sort of light isn't. Right. There we go, jewelry 3. We have the emerald. We have the red diamond.
And we have amethyst.
You're with the elevator. The elevator's here.
Oh, yep. I'm an idiot. Oh, sorry.
Back up.
And the stone already there. Come on. In fact, I am so used to have the item placed in the really somewhere else. Right. In fact. So the mimic. All right. Oof, all good.
And yeah, the reason we know how the RNG behaves so well for item placement is because every dungeon, when it does its randomization, starts with the seed, the seed of the whole seed, right? And does its randomization from there, right? So every time you first enter a dungeon, it resets the main RNG to the seed's value and goes from there.
Come on.
That's why we can be okay, the dungeons are produced very consistently, despite you using, whatever RNG to go through the rest of the game, where each dungeon starts from the seed value. Right, so that's why every dungeon is so generally so consistent.
All right.
Is because RNG resets each time.
Yeah, the RNG is very, very interesting and very well made.
Yes. Unlike some games I've worked with,
all right.
Seventh Saga, the RNG is fairly legitimate in this game.
The flummiest RNG I had was in Hellgate, London, where the exit of the level was something like 15 meters away from the entrance from the walkway, so I was soft locked.
Wow.
So the hill, I wait for it to emerge, attack 2 times, and start strafing.
Yep, that is pretty good for the eel. As long as the eel is far enough away, that will generally work. If you want to.
Yep.
Yeah, because you'll notice sometimes that the Jim swings instead of shooting the barrage. That's not because we wanted to. That's because either we missed the timing, because you can't fire until the balls are gone, or you have to press A plus B and it just didn't register the plus.
Yep. And
right. Who can say?
Sometimes the attack will completely fly away, but not towards the target. Ooh, that was a really good heal.
That was a good heal. Yeah, that was a very good heal.
And now, well, we are on the very last.
Yep. So if you didn't have all 3 fairies, it would kick you out to the overworld to go to the fairy forest. But we have all 3 fairies, so it just takes us to the final dungeon.
Why? What happened in?
Game. Waiting for the shake.
What?
I don't know why it isn't showing you the other 3 fairies, though. There they are.
Why did the 2 others take so much time to come?
I don't know. That is weird.
That never happened before.
Yeah, that is weird. Usually they come in earlier than that.
Yes, that was so weird.
That was weird. All right, final dungeon. It's just a boss rush.
That's just a boss rush.
3 bosses. 2 bosses we've seen before, and the final boss.
So
both of the both of the old bosses have ads though. It's not great.
So here I will back off a bit, and if I am lucky, the bat will simply wander away, and the vampire will not be able to teleport behind me, and he did it.
Yep, remember what I said about the RNG being reset at the beginning, so this fight in theory should be manipulable, and it looks like you found a manip that works for you.
Yep.
Right.
Alright, all good.
Yeah, like yep, all good. Look for the breathing wall. There it is, to your left. You're welcome.
In fact, it's always north.
Yep. It's always north, yes.
But yeah, I don't know what happened. Usually when I back off, the vampire will not teleport behind me, and I will be able to dispatch him really easily. So no evil mage with 2 friends.
Yep, evil mage with 2 friends. The friends can paralyze just like the bats can, and the evil mage can heal them and himself. If you let him cast a spell here. But thankfully, he's just as weak to getting hit by projectiles as he was last time. We can just wait him out, blast him. Usually it'll take 5 blasts to get the evil mage down.
Like that.
But you're at a good range for all 3 of the projectiles to hit. So.
Alright. One last hit and we should be good.
Yep.
Perfect.
There we go. Easy peasy.
And now Varalis, he can be a real jerk.
Yep, Varalis, like almost every other boss in this game, is a teleporting boss. Has 3 different attacks. One which is long wind up, high damage. One which is medium wind up, medium damage, and one which is pretty fast wind up and melts you.
Yep. So he will belch for a bit. Spicy food.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's just getting that DoorDash Chipotle.
Yep.
Not going anywhere.
Yep. And now I will back a bit and try and start my.
Okay, you got a crit there, so he's gonna teleport away.
Oh, come on, that's a melting one. Oh, I managed to interrupt it. All good. Where is it?
All right, and there. So now, once the gems have come into play, his teleports become fast moves.
Where is he?
So it's easier to track him. There he is.
Come on, stop.
Mind you.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that was close.
That was a very close call.
That was very close. Woo. Yeah, sometimes he'll just laugh at you, and that's when you get to hit him a bunch of times.
And time.
And that's it.
53-47. Woo!
Nice. Yep, the Fireless was a little mean on his slide teleport, but then he decided to laugh, and that was a bad idea.
Oh, yes. Luckily, he got overconfident.
Yep, overconfidence will be your downfall. And now we see where a chunk of the game's money was spent, and it's on mocap, animation, and this amazingly detailed dress that we're going to see. Also, this was clearly filmed with a green screen because you can see her hair frizz out into green screen. Right, like, just like, oh yeah, there's a green screen there. Oh, good. He kneels on the gross floor, and she smiles.
And look at the camera.
Look, grass.
So yeah, that was Virtual Hydlide Jimbo %. I really hope you enjoyed it.
I did. Yep, just a little more, another way to introduce a little more self-harm for the fans.
Yes.
Little more trolling, a little more gym action. The maximum amount of gym you can get while reasonably calling it a speed run.
Yeah. We got all the... In fact, we saw all the jankiness the game have to offer.
Yep. And this was a remake of the original Hydlide. It has a lot of the same elements, but honestly, a much better game.
Yes.
Some people argue that it's the best Hydlide game, and I think it's a very defensible argument. Like it can be argued, but I think it's a very fair argument.
The less worse,
none of the Hydlide games are stellar.
The less worse, I shall say.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There we go, and then we're gonna get the final word from the developers to us is copyright. No, not the copyright. The copyright's second to last. No, third to last. More copyright. And then
I don't remember. Congratulations.
Period.
Oh boy. Woof. And if I recall correctly, when we have a Deathless run, the score rockets sky high.
Yes, on Japanese, certainly the no miss clear is a very important. If you hit the button, you should be able to advance and see it. But yeah, on Japanese, definitely no miss clears an enormous amount of points. In the US, I think it's less, but also it's easier to get.
Let's see.
But yeah, we should have a full no miss with full number of kills. Yeah, survivor's bonus.
Yes, that's 1 billion points, something like that.
Yep. Yeah, survivor's bonus on Pro is incredibly high.
Oh yes.
But man, number one. That's right. The game has a high score system. The one thing you didn't get to see is the game over screen that looks like a continue prompt from a fighting game. It has like the numbers in lights 9, 8, 7. Yeah, very nice.
That was very nice. All right. Well, this is it for us. I was truly honored to have you as a co-commentator. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me be on. And continue onward into more Retrothon.
Yep. Shout out to the previous runners. You were awesome. Shout out to the next runners. You are awesome. And that's it for me. Take care. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, Meta.